How are you?
I'm fantastic. So good to see you again. I was
Yeah.
hoping that you were gonna show up because I have two new awesome tools for you.
Fantastic. Love
Yeah.
it. Oh, I changed my background. That's one of my clients. I use
Oh,
that for that's what I use for their meetings. Let me switch to back to me.
that's beautiful. I love that background.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah, it's something I do for my clients. So when they have client meetings, they are represented on their screen as well. So
awesome.
yeah, so I've designed backgrounds for them to use on their Zoom background and Teams backgrounds. So
That's brilliant. I love it. I love it. So I was like, I really hope Denise shows up because we've covered a lot on ChatGPT, but I have two more. Actually, I have a whole bunch of new tools to show you.
Nice,
Uh,
nice,
so
excellent.
so if you're down for it, I can just show you a whole bunch of them, and then you can sort of like pick and choose, and we can go deeper on each one
Yeah,
every one. So,
yeah,
and I'm going to be
sounds
doing
good.
a lot. We're doing a lot more lunch and learn specifically on AI.
Yeah.
So feel free to come to any of my sessions. We can always talk about AI.
Oh yeah, I love your sessions. I think I signed up for another one today. It's for like the Friday, I think. Bing.com and images on
Yes.
using Bing. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I signed up for that one today.
Okay, awesome. Yay. So I have two that I wanted to introduce you to.
Okay.
And let me introduce you to, and I was talking to my friends in Silicon Valley, and they were telling me that the one I'm going to tell you right now is also free. They told me that this one is way more powerful and way more humanistic than ChatGPT. So I'm putting it in the chat for you. It is called Claude.ai.
Okay.
I have been using it, and I actually wrote a cover letter yesterday for a family member, and it is really cool. I literally just told it, I got the description from the from what the company had pulled up, and I said, hey, write, so here's the prompt, and I can actually show you how
Okay.
Claude.ai works because it's so cool. So I did this for one of my cousins, and it was just the coolest thing. So one of the things I'm learning is to give, basically, I'm seeing this from like a theater perspective. I tell the AI to pretend to be what I need it to be. So in this instant, I wrote, this is the beginning of the prompt. I said, pretend you're a professional cover letter writer and you're writing me a cover letter that includes the following information. And all I did was literally copy and paste from the website. Like I just threw it all in there. Didn't
Yeah.
give anything from this person's resume, nothing, because I wanted it, the resume is the resume and they're asking for a cover letter. So they want something a little bit more spiffy, right?
Right.
So this is why I wanted to tell you the difference between ChatGPT and Claude AI. Claude AI understands the humanistic side a little bit better. So the first one, it did a good job with the first stab, and I'm gonna walk you through it, and you'll see it's a little bit robotic, right? Dear hiring manager, with a deep passion for hospitality and over a decade of experience in estate management, this is for a estate manager job. I'm excited to express my interest in a estate manager position with your esteemed family. Blah blah. It seems like ChatGPT wrote it, right? It sounds like AI. Although it's professionally written, it doesn't sound very human, let's say, right?
Right.
So it kind of sounds like a PhD thesis. And the cover letters are for people to really get a little bit more of your personality. So I was like, okay, cool, right? It got the elements. So I said, great, now summarize that into 3 paragraphs, because I was like, this is really long, right? So I was like, okay.
Right.
So it summarized it. It still seemed like it understood the assignment. And I was like, I'm giving it the wrong prompt. Or I was like, what do I really want it to do? So then I wrote, now rewrite the cover letter with only 3 paragraphs because it was still too long. Okay, so I think I rewrote the prompt on accident. I said, rewrite it so it has a more friendly, human-like tone and not so robotic. That's literally
Nice.
what I wrote. And I told it like, hey, like, and I was like, I don't know what it's gonna come up with, but we shall see. So check this out. The complete difference, and literally all this happened in less than 5 minutes. So you saw the first cover letter that was very robotic, very much a PhD thesis, right?
Right.
Now this one says, Dear hiring family, let me start by saying how incredibly excited I am. Sorry, my mic was super far away. How incredibly excited I am about the opportunity to join your household as the estate manager. Overseeing lavish properties and ensuring every detail is attended with warmth and impeccable service is truly my passion in life. With over a decade under my belt managing high-end estates, I've become a seasoned pro at juggling all of the moving pieces, from supervising the household staff, check this out, and in parentheses, and let me tell you, I've worked with some real characters. Right? It even threw in a little joke.
Oh
To
my
manage
gosh.
budgets down to the last penny. I bring a steady hand and a keen eye, but what really sets me apart is my ability to tailor the experience. I'm just going through the motions. I'm going to run to the last paragraph. So it says, integrity is huge for me. Previous employers rave about my trustworthiness. Again, in parentheses, just check my references, exclamation mark. More than that, they appreciate how I sprinkle in some fun while getting the job done right. I'm a great listener and pretty easygoing, though I definitely run a tight ship. Like, I was like, what is this?
Oh my gosh.
Right? All that in less than 5 minutes. So
Unbelievable.
it was, I
This
just,
is something that somebody could slave over for over a day. I mean,
if
literally.
not weeks or months, like racking
Yeah.
their brain and never having it be this good. Like I literally changed like maybe 2 or 3 sentences, like half of them, and removed some of the things that weren't like this person's personality. And then I was like, it's done. We were literally done in less than 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
Yes. So that's Claude.ai. And I'm using the free version, okay? I'm not even subscribed to the more intelligent model.
Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
Yes. So I wanted to show you that because I thought you would appreciate it.
Yes, I want to play. I'm not going to play with it right now. We can talk and go over different stuff because I'm not going to dive in and play with it now. Because since you already had a great example, I was going to sign up for it here, but it said it was going to, the way I'm signing up, it's sending me a passcode or something. So I need to
Okay.
get to the
You
my.
can go ahead and sign up for it now so that you can, and then I'll show you the other,
I'll play with it later, but I
okay,
was
cool.
gonna.
But yeah,
Where
I
is
I saw this example and I'm like, this is a real world, like this cover letter, almost 99% exactly the way it is going out today to a real employer. How cool is that?
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. It just sent me
I thought
temporary
so too.
code.
Um,
They said they sent me a temporary code, but I didn't get it. Oh, you know what? Here, just one second. I have to go on my computer
yeah,
because,
of course.
sorry, one second.
No
I'll
worries.
be right back.
All
And no
right.
one else is joining. There was somebody here early, but he was on before um that started and then he jumped off. So I
Oh,
must.
it's so weird that you see people and I don't. I don't know. I wonder if they thought it wasn't happening and they just left. I just like to give some time for people to roll in, but
Oh
yeah, go
yeah,
ahead
and
and
he was there like up until like 2 minutes before it was supposed to start, and then he jumped out. So I don't know what his deal was.
all right.
Okay, let me get this passcode.
And you're gonna love this next one I'm gonna introduce you to too. Mm.
Oh, they want to do a second verification. Good grief, this is crazy.
I don't remember doing all of that, but I'm sure Claude is pretty impressive. It's worth it.
So now it's texting me something, and then I'm all yours. Okay, one second.
Your time. I'm here for you.
Okay. Okay, except I don't have a text. Well, I guess you have to text me first, dude. Well, it's waiting, so we can go ahead and continue.
All right, perfect. And don't worry if it comes through while we're doing all this, let me know and we can play out some
Okay,
stuff with Claude for you.
sounds good.
Okay, awesome. So here's another one I want to introduce you to. You get all the cool stuff. Okay. So since I just came back from some pretty intense marketing conferences, I came back with a lot of impressive new tools.
Cool.
Oh, I have another one for you. Okay, so here's the first one. And again, I'm not an expert at any of these, and I don't expect you to be. The idea is as you get introduced to new tools, you can sort of like pick and choose which ones seem more fun with you.
Oh
And then
yeah.
from there. And I can also introduce you to Bing images today, so you don't have to come to the next session, or you can come to both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't have to wait. So the next one is Cassidy AI. So CassidyAI.com is, and I haven't even played with all of their automations. Think of it as a place to house everything inside your company. So you give it a knowledge base. So basically, you give it any books you've written, any blogs, any articles, any workshops, any videos you've ever done, and it will scour through. We basically turn it into an encyclopedia for your business, and then from there you give it commands. Okay, go write me an email for this, go do this. So it minimizes, on ChatGPT, everything is sort of like its own little individual episode, right? Its own little like
Right.
bot. On Cassidy, the more you feed it, the more it knows about you. So it's called the knowledge base. And if you want to start a new account, I can walk you through the process and we can do it together.
Okay. Okay. Let me see here. It's get started for free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it going to make me do all the third and fourth like the other one did?
I don't think so. This one was just the email, as far as I remember.
Okay. I mean, because it says you can do it through Google, but my work one is not a Google account, so you know. All right, so let me try it here.
Yeah.
Okay. They said they just sent me an email. So
Okay.
now I gotta check my email. Okay, I got that. Enter that.
And I think we get a 14-day free trial, and then from there it goes. I'm not sure what the rules are of like what you lose or what the credits are, but I'm still using everything on the free plan.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for Cassidy.
Okay. Okay. What does your organization do?
There you go. Hi Timothy, how are you? Welcome. My name is Emmy. Oh, there you go. It's connecting to audio. Hi, Timothy. How are you doing? Welcome to our session.
Hi, how's it going?
Fantastic. How's it going for you?
All good, all good. Just got off of work and hopped on.
Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are in a marketing session with ChatGPT. My name is Emmy Hernandez, and I have lots of different tools that I can show you today in terms of how to do your marketing. Can you share a little bit about either a business or how you are planning on potentially using ChatGPT and what your business is?
So I am starting to get back into photography and videography. So yeah, I just take photos and videos.
Awesome. I love it. So are you planning on marketing your stuff on like social media? Do you already have a website? Do you want to build a website?
Um, I put my website down for a bit. I want to redo it, but I want to definitely market more on social media.
Okay. Awesome. 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 So is it safe to say that you're looking for some help with like some copywriting and some text to go with some of your images?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Perfect. Well, welcome. You're in the right place. Have you ever used ChatGPT before?
Just a little bit.
Okay, awesome. So you have an account. You're in the right place. This is where people you have either just started or you don't even have an account yet. So no worries. I
Okay.
got you covered. All right. So speaking of images, is it okay if I introduce you, Timothy and Denise, to a new AI image platform that might be helpful for both of you?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So, there's a couple of things here, and I'm gonna try not to throw too many things your way. I'll actually ask you, Timothy, what would be the most helpful for you if we focus on just ChatGPT, or if I give you a list and show you how different there are other AIs that you can use as well? You get to pick.
Maybe the list.
A list? Awesome. All right. So in that case, I'm going to introduce you to a whole bunch of different things. And then you get to pick from there which one we can go in deeper. Okay. So Denise and I were already working on something called Claude.ai. So for writing purposes, I don't know if you can see it here. So in the chat, you'll be able to see.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to turn that into a link for you. So Claude.ai is right now the top of the line, according to my Silicon Valley expert friends, when it comes to humanistic writing. Okay, so you can pretty much teach it to write like you or write like an expert professional in any area. Okay, so the really cool thing about Claude.ai, and I'm going to show you a little bit here. So if you get an account with them, I highly recommend if you're either by a laptop or your phone. I have not tried Claude.ai on my phone yet. I always kind of use it on my computer just because I'm working on other stuff. I'm going to start a new chat here. So let's say, for example, here, Timothy. So let's say, for example, what are you a photographer for weddings, for senior portraits, for like special portraits, for like landscape? Do you want to get some pictures into like National Geographic? Is it more of like, what do you already have some clients, or you're kind of like, I do a little bit of everything and I'm not sure what I want to focus on yet?
I do a bit of everything right now. More senior pictures and portraits.
Okay, awesome. Right. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So on here, this is how Claude.ai works. And what we're going to tell it to do is, let's say you just did a couple senior portraits last week, and you've already edited one and they gave you permission to post it, right? So now you want to kind of write a little bit of caption of what this was, but you also want for it to have a CTA or call to action for other people right now, because there's a lot of seniors graduating, right? So right now is kind of like the time to capture their attention. So a way that you can prompt the AI is to tell it what you need it to be in order for it to write something for you, okay? So here's what we're gonna prompt it to do. So write me, so we're gonna start with this. I want you to pretend to be a social media marketer and write me a caption for Instagram for senior portraits 2024. Include a call to action. That's all I'm going to tell it right now. Okay, so I want to break down what it is that we're asking it for and why I'm being so specific, right? So AI needs you to pretty much tell it like, what hat do you want me to wear, right? And what do you want me to do? So we're going to tell it to be a social media marketer instead of just a copywriter or to write something, because everybody can write. You know, a kindergartner can write sometimes, so can a third grader, so can a 75-year-old person, someone who's 105, but they're writing what, right? So there are different people who are experts in different things. And when it comes to writing emails, you typically use the term copywriting, right? But here, because we want a caption for Instagram, and would that be like a place that you would potentially market, Timothy?
Yes.
Okay, awesome, right? So someone who writes on Instagram isn't necessarily a copywriter, but they are really good social media marketers, right? So we're going to tell Claude AI, hey, pretend you're a social media marketer. And we're actually going to tell it to be a professional. I know that sounds silly to just add one word because you're like, what's the big deal? It's like, you want to be like a professional, right? One of the best in the world. You can actually even tell it that. That's actually a new prompt for you, Denise. One of the things that my new mentor taught me is when I'm prompting it for the book stuff is to tell it, pretend you're a best-selling author. Like like what it brings up is like mind blowing. And I was like, oh my God, why didn't I think of this before? So I've started to prompt it with like what hat do I need it to wear for the prompt and the action I'm giving it. So, because I'm working on some other stuff and writing a best-selling book right now. So I'll teach all of you that once mine is out. So I want you to pretend to be a professional social media marketer and write me a caption for Instagram for Senior Portraits 2024, right? Include a call to action, right? So we're going to let it decide what the call to action is. My call to action can be like, link in my bio, send me a DM, or we're going to see what it does right now, right? So Timothy, so far, is this making sense why we're prompting it this way? And then we're going to see what it comes up with, and then we can edit as we go.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So for now, I'm going to do nothing other than just tell it to go. I'm just going to hit enter, and we're going to see what it comes up with. So because we told it it's for Instagram, it needs to fit within the parameters. Like we're getting emojis and everything, right? Okay, so here's a suggested Instagram caption. Seniors 2024, making memories last a lifetime. It gave you a hook and everything, right? Why? Because we told it to think like a professional social media marketer, okay? This year's senior portrait sessions were truly out of this world. From trendy urban settings to breathtaking natural backdrops, our 2024 grads brought their A game and made memories to cherish forever, right? Swipe to see the stunning shots to get a glimpse of the incredible senior class of 2024. If you missed out on booking your senior portrait session, don't worry, there's still time. Slide into our DMs to reserve your spot before spaces fill up. You won't want to miss immortalizing this major milestone. Senior portrait even gave you hashtags, okay? So I would say this is a pretty good draft. Now, my question to you is, okay, seniors are pretty smart and they have a lot of influence with their parents, right? So the seniors might not be the ones with the money, maybe they are, but they have influence over those with the money. So do we want to write the caption for Gen Z, right? So current seniors, or are we writing this to get the parents' attention? Who would you rather talk to? Because those are two different target audiences, right?
Yeah, probably the seniors, right?
It's up to you, right? And you can run experiments and see like which ones get more attention, right? So we're gonna tell Claude like, hey, that's good. That's a good start, right? Because this is it's actually a pretty solid caption, right? But it sounds very, let's call it business-y, right? So I would say it's actually a really good caption if we're talking to the parents of the seniors. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we're gonna tell Claude, great. Now rewrite it with the tone and verbiage of Gen Z. With the personality of a current high school senior. Okay, I'm making this up right now. Right, because it's sort of like, what am I thinking? We're like, okay, right, we write it with the tone and verbiage of like Gen Z, with the personality of a current high school senior. I don't know what it's gonna come up with. Are you willing to run an experiment here together? We're gonna do a little mad science stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect. And again, we are on Claude.ai, not ChatGPT, because I wanted to introduce you to a tool that I think is much better. It's not just my opinion, by the way. This is the latest and greatest when it comes to writing stuff that has come out of Silicon Valley. Okay, so Claude.ai is way better than ChatGPT. ChatGPT is really good at doing research and giving you a list of things. Claude.ai is much better at actually writing stuff and making it humanistic. So let's check this out. And you'll see I'm still using the free version. Look at that. Very different. Yo, class of 2024. We totally slayed the senior portrait game this year. From edgy downtown vibes to those fire nature shots. Y'all brought the heat and gave the cam all the looks. Tap through to peep the insane glam pics of us killing it as seniors. Gonna be legendary memories, no cap. If you missed out on getting your senior shoot booked, no sweating it. Slide into those DMs ASAP to lock in your sesh before they're all taken. Make sure you stun for the gram.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Isn't that amazing?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this is something you can literally be like, okay, copy paste. I'm actually going to copy it and put it in the chat for you. And this is why I'm using Claude AI now instead of ChatGPT for things that I need it to write. I was just sharing with Denise Timothy, and I'll actually share it with you because I think it's something really important for you to see. I helped a family member write a cover letter. Would you like to see what it came up with?
Yes.
Yeah, because I think this will be helpful. It's really good for you just understanding the marketing of how it goes about this stuff. And see if I can figure out how to go back to my chats. So in the chat, I copied and pasted what it gave me. So feel free to copy that from there and edit as you please. And again, you can like make it not so Gen Z, less Gen Z, or you can have it like tell it like, hey, rewrite it again. Like, hey, that's a good draft. Write me another one, or write me 5 different captions. You can tell it to do whatever you want. Okay, we can go back to it, but I just wanted to give you an example of just how quickly it got you emojis and everything, plus the hashtags. Like what? Right. So
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that was good.
right? I mean, it took us a whole extra 10 seconds of work, which typically this would be like literally hundreds and hundreds of hours for a social media strategist to come up with. And with typos. This got no typos. How cool is that? All right, so I wanted to introduce you to this is real, okay? So I helped a family member. They're applying to a job title called estate manager, which is someone who manages like mansions essentially, right? They manage an entire mansion, and this family member happens to be an expert at that. And they're like, hey, this job is asking for a cover letter. I hate writing those things. Like, they're just so annoying. Can you help me? And I was like, I got you. I got you. Well, Claude AI's got you because I'm not going to write it either. So this is what I told it. I said, pretend you're a professional cover letter writer and you are writing me a cover letter that includes the following information. You know what I did, Timothy? I literally just copied and pasted this from that job posting. I just literally just copied over the position summary, responsibilities, and qualifications. That's all I did. I didn't even edit. I just brought it over.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's
Okay.
cool.
So that's all I did. The only brain power I used was to tell it, pretend you're a professional cover letter writer.
God, okay.
Okay. So here's its first draft, right? So this is where we need to help it. So you're gonna see this first one is gonna sound very, very tidy, very proper, very much like a PhD thesis, like very much like an old school cover letter, like yeah, it's pretty boring, right? I'll read a little bit to you so you can fall asleep for a second. It says, "Dear hiring manager, with a deep passion for hospitality and over a decade of experience in estate management, I'm excited to express my interest in the estate manager, blah, blah, blah." Are you asleep yet? Pretty boring, right? So you're like, okay, like it did it, right? Like it did its job, but it reads like an AI wrote it, right? Like let's be fair, right? So it got the elements, but it's just too meh, right? And the whole point of a cover letter is to show off your personality, right? To show off what you don't have on your resume. So this is a way to either enhance your resume, to show a little bit of your personality, because resumes can be pretty dry, right? But the intention is just information. Cover letters to show your personality a little bit, right? So how do you tell it to show some personality? So here's what I told it to do. I said, great. So first I was like, wait, how do I make this better? I wasn't sure. I was like, can you summarize that into 3 paragraphs? Because it was doing like, it wrote too much, right? Like it did too much. Nobody's going to read all that. It was boring from like the first 2 lines. It felt too corporate. And it's like, this position is not a corporate position. It's an important position, but it's not corporate. So I rewrote it into 3 paragraphs and I was like, okay, like it's still not like giving me what I want. And I was like, what do I really want? Right. So in my head, I was like, I want it to be more humanistic, to sound not so robotic. And then it hit me. Tell it to do that. Tell it to do that. So I said, rewrite it so it has more friendly, human-like tone and not so robotic. Right? Because so often we're like, we think it in our head, but we don't know how to like give that command. And I was like, well, what if I just literally tell it to do what I'm thinking that I want it to do? And check this, Timothy. Dear hiring family, let me start by saying how incredibly excited I am about this opportunity to join your household and estate as a estate manager, overseeing lavish properties. I'm going to skip a little bit. With over a decade under my belt managing high-end estates, I'm a seasoned pro at juggling all the moving pieces, from supervising the household staff. And let me tell you, I've worked with some real characters, to managing budgets down to the last penny. I bring a steady hand and keen eye. What really sets me apart is the ability to tailor my experience to her family's unique needs and preferences. And I'm not just going to go through the motions. I take everything to heart and truly care about creating a wonderful environment, and you're thrilled to come home to. Here's one of my favorites here towards the 3rd paragraph. Says, integrity is huge for me. Previous employers rave about my trustworthiness. Just check my references. More than that, they appreciate how I sprinkle in some fun while getting the job done right. I'm a great listener and pretty easygoing, though I definitely run a tight ship. I could go on, but I'll let my years of glowing experience speak for themselves. I'd love to meet over a cup of coffee or chat more about how I can uphold and elevate your household vision. I'd be honored to join your family's team. Like this is like a very human thing to do, of like, hey, can we learn more about each other? Can we chat for a cup of coffee? Like just sort of like, and that's exactly what a cover letter is supposed to do. So this, like, it understood the assignment, right? AI can only understand the assignment if we give it the correct assignment, right? Meaning the correct prompt. And that's what it did. So that's what it came up with, Timothy. And guess what? Like I copied and pasted this into a Google Doc, changed a couple sentences here and there, and literally that cover letter is being sent out today for this job.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. That would help.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like writing cover letters either, so.
No, they're the worst. Like who wants them? But some places still require them. So I wanted to show you just how versatile this is, because you can use it in different places. That's why I wanted you to see how cool and how smart it was to be able to rewrite your IG caption to make it for whoever your target audience is. Okay, so that's Claude.ai. I want to introduce you to another one. This one's more on the image side. This one I am definitely not very good at yet. I think you, Denise, and Timothy will get better at this than I will. So when you get good at it, come back and teach me about it. So this one is bing.com/create. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. And this one is to create free images. So it is Microsoft's version of ChatGPT's image creator. So there is a ChatGPT image creator called DALL-E, which I will tell you about. You can't get it for free, however, at least not at the moment. Okay. So maybe I'm showing you something that we can get. What is this? Open art. I just went to another one. See, there's so many. we just got introduced to another one. So there's also something called openart.ai. Okay, so there are two here. And I think I like OpenArt better than Bing, to be honest. Bing is like, so DALL-E, I want to tell you, DALL-E is a ChatGPT function, like it's a subset of, let me back, rewind. DALL-E is an image creator, it's an AI image creator. However, right now you do have to have a paid subscription. I think, do you have the paid subscription,
I do
Denise?
not have Dolly. No.
For ChatGPT.
No, I'm still on the free version of
Okay.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
I'm not going to pay for something that I can do for free. I mean, if I
That's
can do
kind
it,
of
and I
where
have
I'm
to have it. Yeah, exactly. If I can do it for free, that's where I'm going to go.
Exactly, right? That's kind of where I'm at. So I would be remiss if I didn't tell you all about this, because it's my job to introduce you to this. So if you want to learn about DALL-E, you can learn about it here on Wikipedia. You can definitely generate a whole bunch of pictures, but that one is not free. You have to pay for it. I'm not sure how much it is. There's a whole bunch of other ones. There's Midjourney, Microsoft Bing. This is the one I'm going to introduce you to. So there is Bing, and then openart.ai that I literally just clicked on. So we can do that one together if you want. So bing.com/create is going to take you to this site. It is Microsoft's free version of like DALL-E. And you know, they're working on it. It's not super hyper realistic, but it's a great way to make some new images if you can't find something that you like really want on Canva. So this is kind of like how it works. So you can get a whole bunch of like free images for free weekly, and then you kind of run out of credits. It's kind of how it works at the moment. I think you can buy some more. I have not purchased anything. To your point, Denise, there's so many free options right now. It's kind of hard to get anybody to pay for anything. So in the search bar, this is kind of like where you prompt it. So you can tell it bunnies eating Skittles in a field of cupcakes. I don't know. I'm just making stuff. Okay. So I'm going to do create. I don't know what the surprise me button is. I don't know if it just, I'm going to hit create for now. All right. So it's thinking. Learning some ideas. The other day I was playing with it and I was telling it to create a logo for me. And for some reason it can't spell. So I'll show you in a second what I mean. So this was pretty fast, right? So this is based on, how cute is that, right? These are bunnies eating Skittles in a field of cupcakes.
Yep. Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Right? It's quite impressive for something that has never existed before. and they're freaking stinking cute, right? So here you can share it, save it, download it, and customize. I don't know what customize does, but I haven't tried that yet. But you can just download it and let's just say that's perfect for what you need, and then you go from there, right? I think for photographers, Timothy, oh, did we lose Timothy? Timothy's gone. Who maybe he'll come back. But I wanted to introduce you to Denise to this one. So this one's Bing, right? So you can see how cool this is. And I don't remember it being complicated to set up an account. Do you want to try setting up an account right now with the
No, that's all right. That's all right. I did finally get an account set up with both Claude and Cassidy.
Okay,
But
perfect.
I don't know exactly what Cassidy does yet. So
yes, let's go back to Cassidy then so I can show you that one. So I wanted to show you Bing.
See, on this, the one question I do have on this one though, because this is like cartoonish and stuff like that. Most of what I do is more corporate, and I mean, like even the cutest things I do are going to be like for Mother's Day or 4th of July or something like that. That for social for one of my clients. But it does it also do that too? Does it do something that's kind of reality?
I tried it on Bing and it's not the best. That's why I was curious. We can try openart.ai. Do you want to try something on here? What would be something executive?
Let's do a 4th of July picnic. I mean, something like, because that's going to be one of the
humanistic, right?
But more of a humanistic, not a cartoonish, but more of a 4th of July picnic. Because I've got my social for my client done through June, so I don't need anything there. But that's going to be one of my next ones, so that's why it came to mind. But Canva sometimes, and one thing I even noticed that, like what I did for Earth Day for them, even though it was different, someone else used the same picture. That, I mean, I made it different and all this, but it's like somebody else used a Canva one that was very similar. And it's like, shit, I want it to be a little more unique. So that's where something like that comes into play.
Yes. So, okay.
So what did you type in here?
So I just typed 4th of July picnic with the family, human realistic.
Cool.
So, you know, AI still struggles. Sometimes it adds full extra arms, it adds fingers, it adds legs.
Oh my gosh. Well, Canva's, their AI within Canva is absolutely terrible. Every time I've ever tried to do something realistic, it's like, the faces are blurred or there's arms sticking out. It's just craziness.
Yeah, they'll catch up. You know, they're working on a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but at the moment, which is why I don't recommend using Canva for images right now, because they're just not good yet. They will be.
Yeah.
Mark my words, they will be. So right now,
they'll catch up. Yeah, that was good.
This one's pretty good, right? So these last two, so again, you know, you can see some like weird faces, but for the reason why this is cool is like, even if people can see that it's AI, you're actually safe to post it because they're not real humans, right? So you can't get in trouble for posting children, you know, and it's not an uncompromising position. Like it's just the, you know, safe family thing. So this one might be, you know, if you're just wishing someone in general, and it doesn't have to be, you know, anything in particular, unless they want like they're actually family, or it's a picture of like their, you know, the work family in the workplace.
Yes, right.
And, right. So there you go. That's one example.
Yeah. So, but you can take this, download it, and then upload it into Canva and make it translucent, or do the, you know, turn it into black and white, or do other stuff to it.
I think so. Yeah. I just clicked on the customize, see what that does. I'm not sure what the customize does.
Okay.
Now I'm curious. Oh, look, it goes to Microsoft Designer. Cool.
Oh, maybe you don't even have to take it into Canva.
I
would add logos and turn it into a post. I would, but so I would need to do that unless it lets you do that here too. I don't know.
Look at this. So I think they're kind of like trying to be a one-stop shop where you don't have to take it off the Canva or Adobe. What they're trying to do is compete with Adobe, right? So let's see. You can have people in the background. So, oh, look at that. How cute is that?
Oh, nice. That is cute.
Oh, look, you can do.
Okay, you can add a logo, you can add
Mhm.
your, happy 4th of July or,
Exactly.
okay. So they are trying to be a one-stop shop. And you
Which
could
is
probably
smart.
change the color of that brown background to something else or corporate color. Okay. So they're trying to be Canva too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
From XYZ. Right.
Happy 4th of July from XYZ.
Right.
Well, cool.
So-
All right. So I'll have to play with that one.
Yeah, so that one's Bing.com. And I just came across this openart.ai. I want to play with it.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go look at that.
Let's go check it out because it looks just from the dashboard, it looks more impressive than Bing. Bing's got some work to do on their dashboard. Let's see, home, style palettes, models. I don't know what that means. Create image, train your own model. Ooh. Okay, so let's go into home.
Train your own model. So you bring in a photo.
I'm
and
not
you,
sure. I'm not sure. It says creative upscale, edit image, train model. I think you kind of train it on like what you want it to know, kind of like Cassidy. I'll tell you more about Cassidy. So let's
Okay.
see. Create image. Let's go in there. Okay, so prompt. Okay, this is where it gets next. Okay, again, this is where it's more advanced than just Bing. Sign up to create for free. So let's see what it's over here. Prompt. What should we ask? Like it's got some pretty, this is super photorealistic.
Yeah.
Whoa, holy moly. Um, Photorealistic image of 3 women in a board in an executive boardroom. Negative prompt. Negative prompt is what you want it to leave out, kind of like SEO, where you do negative SEO. It's like you don't want it to capture those words.
Yeah.
So let's see, create. Let's see what it does. 1 credit will be charged for this generation. I don't know what those credits are. Okay, so sign in with Discord. I'm going to sign in real quick and make an account. This is so cool. I tell you, every time I Google something, something new comes up. Like, oh yeah, there's that.
And yet there's more. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yes.
like,
And more
and the
coming.
more I explore, the more that's what shows up on my Facebook and LinkedIn and all different AI tools and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So let's see, create.
Here, I got to step away. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, I'm back, Emmy. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Right? That's
They're all in the black power suit.
yeah, and I think this one's the quality of this I think is 1,000 times better than Bing.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
So this one is, I'm actually writing it down so I can send it over to my friends openart.ai. Because I'm going to run some sessions on that. So yeah, so openart.ai. Again, I don't know how much. Oh, look, even here it like, oh, it says remove background. We can edit, we can remix, move to albums, download as. This is quite impressive.
Nice.
Publish, like, how cool is that? Choose upskill mode.
Yeah. Oh, try doing give them a prompt for a call center.
Ooh,
Like,
do that. Let's
because
see.
those are ones that they have them in their stock on Canva, but they're
They suck.
pretty limited.
Okay. So
So
characteristic
yeah,
image of
a bustling contact center environment or something like that. See if it knows what we're talking about.
right. Do you think it'll know what contact center means?
That's what I want to see. I want to
Okay.
see if it knows what a contact center is without having to explain it.
Unmeant. Let's give it a city and state. What city do you want? Do you want me to pick Omaha?
Sure.
So I can give you the right sort of demographics.
Yeah. I mean, contact centers are worldwide. They're global. They're everywhere. And a lot of times they're virtual now, and most people are working from home. But when you think of a contact center and you're talking contact center business, then having a contact center background gives it context.
Yes. Let's see if it knows what contact center means.
And that's kind of was what I was wondering is, does it recognize that? Okay,
Doesn't
there's an
look
empty
bustling.
contact center.
Yeah.
Actually, we should have stressed that has people working.
Yes. Okay.
It has people in it. I did, and what I meant by bustling meant like had
Right.
people in it,
Yeah.
but
I
it
understood
didn't-
what
it
you
didn't-
meant.
It didn't pick up on that.
People on
Headsets or something.
yeah, people
Headsets working, taking calls.
enthusiastically
Yes.
on headsets. Calls from customers. Let's see. Let's see what it does.
Yeah. I'm surprised at how fast that came up, and it was still a great picture.
I was gonna say I'm
It's-
impressed with how fast it is, and this is the free version, and it
Mhm.
says it said 15 trial credits left. I don't know how that works, and then you upgrade. So
Well,
I don't.
I don't want to take all your credit, so we can stop after
Oh,
this
don't
one.
worry. Like this is my DoSpace account, so like I have
Okay.
a personal account. So
Okay.
this is the one I use for. Look at that's.
There you go. That's tons of people working.
I love it. Did we? Talk
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Would you like this image?
Fantastic. Sure. You can send
Yeah.
that to me.
I'm gonna copy the prompt for you and put it in the chat. And we will download this. I don't know what that means. Download as, save as JPEG. Perfect. Awesome. All right, let's see. Let me go into. I think I have your, do I have your email address? If not, you can send it to me here privately if you want in the chat.
Okay.
I just sent you over a little hi. And I'll send it to you now since that's such a great picture. Perfect.
I'm saving that prompt. And one thing that I've added to my to-do list, not that I've done it yet, but I've added to my to-do list to start creating myself prompt templates of things that work. So I can just keep a library of those prompt templates and stuff, even with ChatGPT and now maybe these others. Just to, build that, those prompts of things that work for me, for my social stuff that I do. And
That's super smart. Super duper smart.
yeah. Cool. Thank you. Well,
You're
I
welcome.
grabbed both the prompt and the picture just came in. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. Do you want me to show you Cassidy real quick?
Yeah, why don't you jump into Cassidy and let's walk through that a little bit.
Perfect. So let's go into Cassidy. So Cassidy, this is my DoSpace account and I'm starting it brand new just so I could introduce you to it. And again, this is only because you've done so much playing around with AI. I wouldn't introduce this to someone who just starting ChatGPT because it'd be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
So for those of you watching and you're like, this is too much, it's okay. Just, we got some basic stuff for you. Don't worry. So Cassidy, I would say, is a little bit more advanced. So what I like about Cassidy is that you create your knowledge base, and I'm going to show you what that is. So I'm going to grab the DoSpace website and let's go over here and pull this up because or else I'm going to confuse myself. So we're going to tell it, here's the website. And all right, so join, donate. Okay, so it's asking what is it that you do, right? So I'm literally just going to copy and paste from here. It says DoSpace's technology library, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to grab this and bring it over. And I think you can like leave this part blank or you can edit it later. Don't worry too much about, like, you can just give it like one quick sentence of what it is that your company does. You already have a website up and running, right, Denise?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna tweak it after the website class you're teaching though.
Okay, awesome. Yay. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna do continue here. And so here is, it says, give your assistant more information. You can skip this, you can upload files. So here for my other companies, the companies that I work with, they either have white papers, they have ebooks, they have documentation of like a questionnaire they filled out of like their demographics, their products, like everything that they do. You give it as much information as you can. And you can drag and drop stuff in there. You can give it PowerPoints, you can give it documents, PDFs, Excel files, whatever it is that you're like, here you go, take it all. Because what it's doing, it's analyzing everything and trying to put it all together so that it can have more information for you. So I'm going to go over to DoSpace and see if there's anything that they have that's like a free download. Technology for everyone. So it's right now, it's going to read everything that's in here. So let's see, attend a program, 3D prints, summer passport, book equipment, podcast studio, calendar, technology. There's just so many things that's got After Effects, Arty, Audacity. That's a really good one. Audition, schedule, tech mentor. I don't think there's really anything that we can like kind of like download to give it more stuff. Print submission form. Okay, cool. And remember, I'm not a DoSpace employee. I'm just a contractor. So I don't have access to inside information they have. So we're like, hey, like this is all I got. And sometimes all you're gonna have is the website. So we're just gonna be like, let's just go with that, right? So we're gonna do continue. And then you can invite team members here. I'm not gonna invite anyone at the moment, but you can invite team members. It doesn't cost anything. And then you're gonna do continue. and actually Cassidy, you start off with the 14-day trial. I don't know how much you get to keep for free, but I'm just going to do finish. So no files imported. Okay. So they call everything that you do your assistant. Okay. So we are now creating your marketing assistant. This is why it's so cool. Okay. So click to start chat with your assistant. So it says you're using Cassidy's free plan. So here's the assistant with you're chatting with. You can change this anytime during the chat. Next. So you can tell it to pick up from different knowledge bases. Use workflows. I have not used the workflows yet because it can get pretty complex and tell it to do autonomous tasks. Like, hey, this day, upload this to Instagram, upload this to LinkedIn, upload this to different places. So as of now, we don't have any of that set up. So you can start off, and it's got a whole bunch of tutorials and stuff in here, but this is now your knowledge base. And I'm going to go in there for a moment, but tell me, so describe what we do. So somebody asks, like, what do you do, right? So it's telling you, it's going to tell us what it does and where it got the information from. Okay, so it went to all these different links. So it went inside the website. So it went to what is DoSpace, the homepage, the podcast studio, it went to the mentor program. Like it went to a whole bunch of these different pages to be able to read this. So now it's giving us a summary. DoSpace Omaha is a technology library workshop and innovation playground for community offering wide range of services, provides free access to the latest software, devices, and high-speed internet. Some of the services and resources offered at DoSpace include a computer, workstation, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? Membership is free and the program and events offered have no cost. So now you can tell it, summarize it in one sentence to describe it to a 5-year-old.
Oh, wow. Specific audience. Yeah.
Yep. DoSpace is a fun place in Omaha where people can learn and play with computers and cool technology for free.
Nice. Yep.
So this is why it's so powerful. Like, can you do this on ChatGPT? Yes, you can, but it takes a little bit more finagling. So let me show you what I think you will really like, especially for you and your clients, because you can create a Cassidy for every single client. Because now everything's an individual hub. So that's why Cassidy is so powerful. So now it has a knowledge base. So you can keep telling it, right? So you can add documents, you can add a folder, you can import from a website, import from Notion, import from Slack, import from Google Drive. You can give it PowerPoint slides, you can give it Google Docs, you can give it whatever it is that is regarding the company and your client base. And then it'll go research all of that specifically around your business and your company, and then give you data based off of that. So I thought you would appreciate that.
Yes, fantastic. Yeah, because I was thinking as I created this for myself, it's like, well, that's great for me, but I have a lot more content and stuff that I create for my client as far as rack cards, flyers, handouts, their different web pages and what they do. Probably even the social calendars and content. I mean, because all of the what we say on social is all still part of that too. So I think that's probably something that could be included there too.
Exactly.
Nice.
You can give it all the prompts. So you can see here, there's a little demo of workflows is a little bit newer. So it could integrate LinkedIn. If there are any blog posts that they've ever had on their site, you can add those. So it starts recognizing the tone, the personality, the brand tone, and the recognition, right? So it's like, what's the level of authority that it has? How does it talk on socials? How does it speak in public? So there are templates here as well. LinkedIn profile summarizer. I haven't even tried that one yet. So you can start with sales, marketing, business development, operations. Like this is what marketing is going to be in the future. Oh, I think you can't, am I showing the wrong screen? Because I changed the.
Yeah, you were showing the wrong screen, but I was still following along.
Okay. So sorry. This whole time. So, okay, here. So it's got workflows, it's got a knowledge base. Where is it? Okay, there we go. So here's where you can add new folder with new documents, upload whatever it is you want from the website, import from SharePoint. You can upload anything. There are workflows. I have not started a workflow yet. This is relatively new, but it's got templates. It's got LinkedIn, so you can tell it to summarize, generate lead source automatically. So it can generate like leads from LinkedIn for you, like create a sales lead profile. Like it's just, this is where we are headed in terms of what AI is going to do for small business owners. Like there used to be hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to hire an agency to do something like this for us. And now you can do it with the click of a button.
That's fantastic. I'm just super excited. So it was at a conference you went to that you learned more about these things? Is that what you did?
Yes.
Marketing conference?
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
And then
Well, yeah,
I'm following a lot on TikTok. So I learned a lot of these new resources on TikTok as well.
gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Well, this is great. I've
Yeah.
got some new things to play with for sure.
Yes. I figured you would like these. And I have more that I'm not going to introduce you to at the moment. Well, I can tell you what they are. There's one where I am creating an AI version of me, so ME 2.0, where it will have me, my voice, and it will be indistinguishable between, and I'll be making videos without me making videos because it's recognizing my tone of voice. It's recognizing me. That one's called Hey Jen. And then, what else am I working on? I'm using AI to write and publish and sell a book on Amazon, a best-selling book on Amazon, for that to turn into lead generation for a whole bunch of courses that I'm selling. So it's just like the automation and workflow that all of that's happening from all of this is mind-blowing. But I'll keep you
Yes.
posted on all that too.
Yeah, I'm interested in all that. Now, did I tell you the AI I used to create my headshots?
Tell me, which one did you use?
I used here. Let me go off camera. This is one of them. Stop video. This is one of them.
Oh, I saw that one. I was gonna ask you about it because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, I mean, it's got some flaws, but it's like my mom pointed out that one eye is bigger than the other or whatever. But it's like,
I mean, isn't that human though? Like,
exactly. I think
yeah,
one of my eyes is bigger than another, but
if it were perfect, we would think it was, yeah, no,
exactly.
that's
But
stunning.
I gave the only thing it wanted was 12 selfies. So 12 different
Okay.
selfies in different lights and different stuff like that. And then it was like $50. But
Mhm.
a photo shoot is super expensive. For like
Oh
3 or
yeah.
4 shots is hundreds. Besides, you have to buy the clothes. This put in all different kinds of clothes, in
Wow.
suits, and some were in the city, some were outdoors, but they were all very professional. I gave it 12 crappy headshots. Trust me, they were crappy headshots because I don't take good pictures. And I ended up with 50 headshots to choose from for
Wow.
the $49. And 25 of them, in my opinion, looked like me and were usable. But still, it's like,
Wow, that's
and
impressive. What company was
yes,
that? Do you remember which one you used?
it was, oh my gosh, I've
Because
shared
there's
it with
so
someone.
many.
There is, it was, oh, here, I gotta look here real quick.
Yeah, you can find it. I'd love to know that because I can use it
Yeah.
also as a resource for others.
Well, and I've shared it with one, and I'm going to use it for one of my clients because I've been trying to get headshots from him since I started with him in like June, and he doesn't like taking pictures of himself,
Yeah.
and and what he does give me is such poor quality
Yeah.
that it's Insta Headshot by
Okay.
Magic Studio. Insta Headshot by Magic Studio.
Yeah.
Here, let's see if I can do like you do.
It should let you, here, I'll let you share screen. I just gave you permission.
Oh, I'm not on their website. I was going to a receipt. So I'm just gonna grab and put in their thing in the
Oh,
chat.
I see.
Okay, just a minute. I'm gonna go.
I see 40 headshots for $39. These are pretty nice professional headshots.
I see 39 is even less than they must be doing a special.
They must be Insta headshots. Trusted by top.
Did you find them?
I did. They have 4.7 on Trustpilot. That's impressive because Trustpilot, they don't mess around.
Yeah, I mean, and literally it took.
This is the one that I found.
Yep, that's him. So, but literally it took maybe 10, 20 minutes. So I gave him the headshots. I walked away and I came back and I had a folder full of headshots.
Wow. That's incredible.
So I can use it on my social posts. I can use it on my website. You know, when somebody asks me for a headshot, I have headshots that I feel like, okay, I can send this one without investing in, you know, a company to do it for me. So.
Yeah. And trust me, professional photos are expensive and you don't always get what you want or need. And it's a lot of time. Plus then they charge more for editing. Like I've done multiple rounds of photos and there was one that I paid like $500 and I literally have 0 pictures that are usable. Like they were just like nothing that I wanted or needed. And the photographer did not understand what I asked for. And like, it was literally a waste of an entire day and the money. So.
Oh yeah. And you got to buy the clothes and
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
and all this. This one is like, it put me in all different kinds of outfits. I didn't have to invest in the clothes, the time, it was literally cost me $50 and I was done. So
it's quite impressive. Wow.
So I wanted to make sure I shared that one with you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Well, because your class, the lunch and learn you're doing on Monday is on Bing again.
Yeah, I'm probably going to show Bing and this one that I just found, the OpenAI.
Okay.
What's it called? OpenArt.ai.
OpenArt.ai.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I can attend Friday or not. I was going to, but now that I've been through it, I maybe don't need to. So maybe
I showed you already. So if you can't make it Friday, you already got what I was going to show.
Excellent. I do want to you are going to do Stripe in something coming up, right?
Yes. Did they put it on the calendar?
Well, I didn't see Stripe on the calendar, but is that part of the DocuSign thing? Because I signed up for the Doc Hub.
Yeah, Doc Hub is different than Stripe.
Okay. So is Stripe part of the website?
No, Stripe is where you go to create invoices and get payments. Yeah, so it's a payment site so that people can pay you.
So then they haven't added that class then. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was part of one of the other ones.
Do you want me to give you a quick walkthrough right now?
Sure.
Yeah, because I'm not sure that one's even on the calendar yet. So I don't want you to like wait if that one's. So how do you currently take payments?
I have direct into my bank through one of my clients, just pays me directly.
Okay.
Into my bank account. And then other than that, I've been paid through Venmo by some.
Okay.
But I want to set up Stripe that I'm going to use for my upcoming classes that you help me do forms and stuff for. Those are still pending, but I want to get to the point where I'm using Stripe instead. So
you definitely need Stripe. Yeah. So Stripe.com. So go ahead and you share your screen from what you see, or create an account. It's going to walk you, some of it is personal on like it asking for your address and your EIN, and that stuff we want to make sure we don't record. So go ahead and actually just verbally tell me what you see, and then I can take you to the part where it's not private, and then I can help you build out the.
Okay, I think maybe I want to wait on it because
Okay.
we had talked about, because I also signed up for Kajabi. And
Okay.
the last time you and I talked is that Kajabi has a way to connect it with Stripe. I just don't know whether to do Kajabi pay with Stripe or Stripe and then connect it to Kajabi.
I would do Stripe and connect it with Kajabi.
Okay,
Because,
all right.
because the way Kajabi has it set up right now is relatively new and kind of cumbersome. Stripe is so easy for people because it's encrypted. I think Kajabi probably encrypted it as well. Stripe integrates with so many platforms. It will make your life 1,000 times easier, and
Okay.
it's safe for credit cards and people. And it's so simple that nobody has ever gone back to me and be like, hey, Amy, it wasn't working. And a whole bunch of other sites are like, hey, this isn't working, or it's weird. I've never had that issue with Stripe.
Okay,
And
okay.
yeah, so I
Well,
recommend.
and then, so with Stripe, is there some sort of like link or something that you copy and put somewhere that people can then just link to it from there?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well,
Yeah,
I can, if it's just stripe.com, right?
Yes, I put the link in here, so I'll show you what it looks like. So the reason I love Stripe is because it's super easy on mobile. This is just their dashboard. So this is what it looks like on the phone. And that's what it will look like via an email. So you can send either individual invoices like this, or it's a link and you can have as many people you want sign up for that, and they put their email. And if they've already purchased something else in the past, it saves their email if they ask it to, and it already saves their information. So because Stripe is so popular, it's become kind of like the new Amazon, meaning people love it because they don't have to keep putting their information over and over and over and over again if they don't want to.
Got it.
And it's just like their email, their card number, it can scan it as well. And then they pay, and it's an automatic email with like, hey, thank you so much. That came through. And you can set up either a landing page that's a link for it. They didn't have that. When I first started it, you had to send out individual invoices. You can also set up subscriptions. So you can set it up where you charge them every month. And it does like the automatic payment and then just sends them the paid invoice. So it's really, it is, in my opinion, for small business owners, an absolute must to have integrated into your business. They do take a small percentage, but it's worth it because it's the cost of doing business. I don't add that to my clients, right? So
If I was processing a credit card, it'd be the same, it'd probably be worse.
exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much. Like I said, I always learn so much from you and
You're
love your
welcome.
format. And I'll see you on a class probably next week.
Awesome. All righty, my lovely. Yeah. When you
All
get
right.
to the point in Stripe where you need help, so put in all your information in there because it'll need your EIN, your social, all that stuff. And like it walks you through all of that with like a little tutorial. If you get stuck anywhere, just let me know in the next class. And
Okay.
I'm happy to help you get set up so you can have a quick landing page so that people can pay you. And then we can go from there because that way you can launch your classes.
Cool, cool. Well, thank you so much, Emmy.
You're
Enjoy your
welcome.
evening. All
You
right,
too.
bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for coming, class. Bye.